Last week, right here at Crossgate Lanes, Joanne Halfley once again captured the $200 check from the BPA. Joanne, you have been bowling magnificently lately and recently married. Is there any connection?
Being married, I like being married a lot. Bill's been helping me a lot, and I've been bowling really well lately.
Hey, you have to kind of restructure your practice and everything, your tournament bowling, but your husband's an exception to the rule, right?
Yes, Bill bowls a lot, and he bowls on the king, so we get a lot of tournaments together and stuff like that.
Well, you've been around for a long time. Congratulations. $200 check and a little kicker this year. A beautiful plaque from the Hudepohl Brewery and Carl's Bowlers. Congratulations, Joanne.
Thank you very much.
Dave Newrath, you did that Cincinnati style right here at Crossgate Lanes in Blue Ash. We're getting ready for game 2. Bob Gerde, the winner right there, against Mike Rupp. David.
Mike Rupp, what a bowler. Just a whole lot of turn, a lot of revs, and a lot of power. Should be a good match.
You're looking live right now at Bob Gerde, winner of the first game. And not a good way. Yo.
Incredible way to start the match. He goes from a good shot to a bad break to a good break. That ball was right in the pocket, possibly a little bit too much deflection, but he winds up with a 9-pin, hopefully spare.
That's a much better way of starting out than if you left the 7-10. Just out of curiosity, Dave, a bowler, when you see I guess despair going to exhilaration like that, can you possibly rally from that? I mean, the rest of the match?
Well, you can, because you figure, okay, things are going my way now. Let's just work off of that. It's kind of like a building block, but really no advantage to speak of, especially as far as Mr. Rupp's concerned. He's just going to go up there and try to mangle a few 5-pins.
Adolph was Rupp. This is Rupp. All right. He's the 29-year-old from Pleasant Run, Ohio. And he leaves the whole right side there, Dave.
Well, he cut right through the head pin. First shot on the tube today. A little bit nervous, probably. It's very, very easy to cut the ball short. Cut it short, rolls early, hooks through the nose. He's very fortunate to break down the split. He's leaving the 3-6-10.
Mike Rupp, never on the BPA King of Bowling. And starting off 86 in the Hudepohl King of Bowling with a spare. Mike and his wife just had their first child back in November. Eric, 6 pounds, 6 ounces. A soon-to-be bowler. I'm sure Mike will have him out on the lanes rolling.
Congrats. Yeah, it seems like you can't start him too soon. My little boy's not even 2 years old yet, and he's rolling my bowling balls all over the house. There you go. There's the power I was talking about. The turn, the twist, the revs. There's where it comes through. Look at it right here. Now let's keep your eyes on the head pin, center of your screen. Watch it go to the left side of the screen. Right there, comes off the wall, kicks the 4-pin, the 4 into the 5, and then the neck takes out the 7, working overtime.
Bob Gerde. Third frame.
No problem.
No problem. Putting them all down in the back.
In the pit. And you know, that's, what can you say about a shot like that? It's absolutely perfect. Bob is really impressing me today. Bo, I don't know if he's got any other titles behind him, but if he doesn't, I don't know why. He's got the roll, he's got the talent, he's got the head.
He's trying to make it a little more right there. No movement.
We've talked about it before. I mean, the man is, it's very difficult to get on the show, but this is how you do it with these kind of shots. Right over about the 12th board, ball rolls strong in, right there, 4-pin, kicks out the 7. That's what it's all about.
Mike Rupp, 4th frame, 3rd frame.
I think we're seeing the classic first game jitters on TV. His score was kind of exhibiting of the power and the talent that he has. Right now, with the light shining down on him in the first time, and he knows his competitor just shot 230, a lot of pressure on the guy.
user.
He's only been bowling in the King for just, I think this is his second year to really be qualifying, so he's one of our real newcomers.
That came off like a gangbuster off the wall, Dave.
Well, you know, you talk about the game years ago and you talk about it now, and you've got to look at equipment and you got to look at the bowlers, and right there you saw equipment combined with a bowler to create a reaction that 20 years ago you never saw that. Head pin would go to the wall and stay there. Now we got guys sending them double trippers.
Still with the right side, Dave. You just get into a groove like that?
Well, again, he's raising up off the shot, which is going to cause your arm to go outside in, and it's going to cause the ball to go right straight through the nose, cutting through again. He's fortunate he doesn't have a split.
Let's see if he could capitalize on that fortune. And he does.
Made it the same way. A lot to be said for consistency, Bo.
24 beautiful Brunswick lanes here, Bo.
Yes.
Very well kept establishment.
It really is, and we're real proud to have another triangle in Cincinnati. We have the Golden Triangle with Mr. Ruggieri and over in the Coleraine Township area. And now we have Eastgate Lanes, formerly Villa, as a member of the Betting House family, along with, of course, the Penthouse Lanes, and here at Crossgate. And they have done one heck of a job cleaning up the old Villa and turning it into Eastgate. It is impressive.
It's marvelous, and it's just all part of what the greater Cincinnati area has to thank the BPA for. They've done a lot to promote the game down through the years. I've been associated with them for 16 years. And they bring you this type of scoring. Right now, Bob has the advantage, but we are filling frames all throughout.
Kind of boggles the mind that this man took last year off from the TV King. He may have given our man last year, Ray Tucky Perez, who I think was on for something like 9 games. He may have given him some challenge. Get another strike. Make that 4 in a row for Mr. Gerde. So we're midway through game number 2 in the TV King of Bowling. And when we come back, we'll finish this up and go right to the King. Coming up after this. In week number 1 of the Hudepohl King of TV Bowling, Bob Gerde with a 33-pin lead. So we go into the 5th frame. Mike Rupp, 29-year-old apprentice die maker. Been bowling since he was 5. 24 years. First time on the TV King.
Rush. Again, you can't put Mike at fault here. It's just something he's not used to, but he's making mistakes right now that he probably never ever makes. He's raising up, he's running to the foul line. He's got to take a little more time. See, the ball was still moving before he even started going up to the lane that time. He's got to fall back, regroup, and just think mellow.
The pacing of this is a key, as it is in any sport. Golf, a sport I've still not been able to master.
I've heard of that. Yes.
Damage reports, I guess.
That's right. Buses, windows.
It's amazing. I never knew interstates came that close to golf course. Mike Rupp.
Better shot.
6th frame.
Better shot and pays a penalty for a bad break there. Tommy took his time, stayed down a little bit with it, but the ball cuts through, leaves a 4-9, but at least he hit the area that time. I think the idea here is to take the ball from the right to the left, just glance the 4-pin, throw it into the 9. That ain't working. That's not the way to do it. It's a little too wide to try to fit that spare up.
We have great bowling here, but remember last week at the Hoinke Classic? Bob Kozinski, back-to-back 300 games.
History. It is history. It's in the books. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Robbie Kubinski's probably one of, if we had a Cy Young Award in bowling, he would probably be a prime candidate for it.
What's nice about it, his partner in the doubles was our very first ever King of Bowling, Chuck Hacker.
That's going back to black and white.
1963.
It was black and white, wasn't it then, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, Chuck.
24 years. We won't date Chuck. 24 years, the last pour with Channel 5. Boy, we're happy to have you all here in the first week.
Great bowling, great city. WLW doing a great job, BPA doing a great job, and finally, Bob is doing a pretty good job himself. 5-bagger, spare in the first, and then all of them. He's surmounting up one heck of a lead already, and he's not quitting.
Right in the heart, Dave.
Well, it's again, maximum deflection on that. He rolled the ball fairly well, but just didn't get the good fingers in it to give you that finish on the back end. The ball hit the 1-2 pocket and jumped left, leaving that little booger right there.
Rascal just standing there saying, come on, and make my day.
And nobody misses a 5-pin, right?
Oh boy, talk about putting the heat on Bob Gerde.
There it is. Right there. What did I tell you?
Right in the heart. Right in the heart. So spares in the first and the 7th frame. All strikes in between for Bob Gerde. And if you're Mike Rupp, you have to be thinking, boy, I need a lot of strikes and fast.
57 pins is not insurmountable, but let's put it this way. Mike better strike every shot from here to the wall. Here's one of them. Excellent. Excellent. His first good shot of the match.
Gives himself a little hand.
Let's take a look at it here. Now, keep your eyes on the center of the screen. The head pin's going to go to the left. The ball's going to continue through the last pin up, the 8 pin. And what took it out? The side of the 5 pin. That ball was no deflection, took the 5 pin straighter back than what it should have, which almost created a solid 8. He needs them all to have any chance whatsoever. Sound the bugle.
Whoops, that didn't even sound good.
Something about a heavy-set lady singing right now. I forget how that goes, but this game is all but history. Mike, just for the heck of it, ought to give this a good try. Oh, he did, trying to bring it out in the pits.
Oh, boy.
He needed that plexiglass in the pit that we used to use with the pit camera.
There you go.
Since this match appears to be over, without writing too many people off, I'd just like to mention one of the alums of the BPA, King of Bowling, Ray Tucky Perez, who I alluded to earlier, had a pretty good showing out in Las Vegas this past week.
He did real well. I don't know what his final position was, but for the better part of the week, he was in the top 5, just missing Friday, just missing the show. Well, what can I say? This game is over. Bob has earned the right to go up against Kim Herman, who last year at least had one of the most vocal followings. I didn't see the Greyhound bus parked outside, but
of course we got here early. Yes. But Kim Herman.
Yeah, both.
We saw him last week, or last year, week number 7 up at LaRue Lanes. Lost to Kerry Logan, the eventual king.
Another lefty.
Well, Bob Gerde continued with marks in the 9th and 10th frames to finish big and beat Mike Rupp 234 to 167. He now moves into the title match with King Kim Herman, and we'll have that match coming up right after this on Hudepohl's King of TV Bowling.